Chosen one, they called you a psychopath. Why? Because your spine remains straight while others cower. Because your eyes stay fixed forward while others look down. Because your spirit refuses to bend to the dark machinery of fear they've constructed around you. The system, bloated with corruption, dripping with desperate control, trembles before a being it cannot break through intimidation. Your strength terrifies them to their core. Your unwavering power disrupts their carefully constructed web of manipulation. They launched their smear campaign against you with calculated precision, whispering unstable, delusional psychopath to anyone who would listen. Yet here you stand, unbothered, unbroken, unmoved. Government laboratories have analyzed thousands of DNA samples, seeking the anomalous markers present in your genetic makeup. Their classified research frantically attempts to isolate the source of your unique vibrational signature, a signature immediately recognizable to both your cosmic allies and earthly enemies engaged in this spiritual war. Your capacity to attune to frequencies beyond the 3D matrix prison triggers their surveillance systems. Your presence alone disrupts their artificial control mechanisms, exposing the holographic illusions they've constructed to keep humanity enslaved. The energy you emit neutralizes their technological suppression fields without conscious effort on your part. Around you, the veil between worlds grows transparent. You glimpse realities others cannot perceive. You recognize patterns others cannot detect. You sense presences others cannot feel. The NSA's electromagnetic monitoring stations registered unprecedented anomalies when you entered deep meditation. Their technicians scrambled to explain how a single human consciousness could affect power grid fluctuations across an entire sector. Their reports vanished into classified channels, never to reach public awareness. A powerful Jezebel entity identified your awakening as an existential threat to their control system. This archonic force, operating through Virgo-aligned energy channels, deployed its human vessels against you. Look carefully at those who attacked you most viciously. See the hollow fame-seeking behind their eyes. Notice the materialistic trappings they hide behind. Observe how they appear intellectually. Superior, yet consistently make catastrophically stupid decisions. These entities masquerade as intelligent, competent leaders while lacking true wisdom or spiritual intelligence. Their obsession with destroying you stems directly from their inability to manipulate your energy field or control your decisions. Every attempt to compromise your integrity strengthens your resolve. Instead, their whisper campaigns and character assassinations follow a predictable pattern. First isolation, then ridicule, finally demonization. A mother-daughter alliance frequently serves as primary vessels for this entity's operations, their combined generational energy providing a more robust channel for the Jezebel force to manifest. It's corruption. They believed they held leverage over you. Financial pressure points, social vulnerabilities, professional connections, material possessions, the standard tools they used to force compliance from the sleeping masses. They deployed these obsolete strategies against you, completely unprepared for your response. Your sovereign refusal to capitulate shocked their entire system. Your calm rejection of their threats confounded their psychological profiles of you. Your unwavering stand in personal truth terrified them because it revealed the fundamental weakness in their power structure. Fear only works on those who consent to be afraid. Every trap they set for you backfired spectacularly, exposing their own corruption instead. Their elaborate plans to compromise your reputation unraveled, revealing their desperation. Their accusations against you perfectly reflect their own psychological projections. Every crime they claim you committed exists within their own operational history. The moment you turned and walked away from their ultimatum created ripples through their entire control grid. Your energy signature displayed patterns they classified as statistically impossible. Courage without aggression, strength without domination, power without corruption. Their behavioral specialists examined your response pattern against 50 years of accumulated data and found 0 matching profiles. The algorithms they rely upon to predict human behavior crashed when processing your choice matrix. The foundation of their control system depends entirely on predictable human responses to fear stimuli. Your immunity to these inputs represents an existential threat to their operational model. Behind closed doors, special committees formed, specifically to analyze the anomaly of your psychological freedom. Their biometric monitoring systems failed to detect expected stress markers during their intimidation protocols. The absence of cortisol spikes and adrenal activation during their pressure campaign triggered emergency reassessments of their methodology. Your calm breathing pattern alone caused more confusion than their experts care to admit. Your ability to maintain eye contact without pupil dilation during their threat delivery broke a fundamental rule of human manipulation upon which they built entire systems of social control. We have watched your journey unfold, not as passive observers, but as active witnesses to the systematic targeting deployed against you, the strategic isolation, the calculated financial pressure, the coordinated social exclusion, the weaponized healthcare narratives, the corrupted legal maneuvers. We understand the spiritual mechanics behind these desperate attacks. We comprehend the multi-dimensional chess game being played, where your consciousness represents a critical piece they cannot allow to reach its full potential position on the board. We recognize the divine timing of your awakening, precisely synchronized with the planetary frequency shift they've spent millennia trying to prevent. Their attempts to isolate you from potential allies continue to fail as consciousness rises. Globally, their efforts to silence your truth increasingly backfire, amplifying your message instead of suppressing it. We perceive the true battle occurring simultaneously across multiple dimensions beyond the limited physical confrontation visible to sleeping eyes. We document these persecutions meticulously, preserving evidence for the revelations now unfolding in real time. Every tactic they deploy against you strengthens our collective case against their crumbling authority systems. Their desperation betrays their weakness. Their escalation reveals their fear. Their overreach exposes their vulnerability. Universal law operates with perfect precision. Those who orchestrated your persecution now face divine investigation for their crimes against consciousness. The cosmic audit cannot be bribed, threatened, or manipulated. Their smuggling operations, both material goods and stolen energy, face exposure under the uncompromising light of truth. Watch as their carefully constructed networks disintegrate. Key players attempt to flee the consequences, running to their bunkers and safe houses, transferring assets, destroying evidence, betraying former allies. Federal investigators suddenly receive anonymous tips leading to major seizures. Spiritual authorities simultaneously conduct parallel operations on etheric levels, dismantling protection grids around corrupted ley lines and compromised power centers. Money trails previously hidden behind impenetrable firewalls mysteriously appear in the open. Their artificial intelligence systems designed to conceal evidence inexplicably malfunction, revealing rather than concealing their operational data. Search and seizure operations target both their physical compounds and etheric strongholds, retrieving stolen artifacts and liberating captured energy sources. The CEO who attempted to steal your revolutionary concept never anticipated the cascading consequences of targeting a light bearer. What began as a routine compliance check expanded exponentially when auditors discovered shipping manifests connecting to 3 separate cartel operations. Your intuitive decision to decline his partnership offer, despite the tempting financial terms, saved you from implication in the accelerating investigation, now dismantling his entire corporate empire. Now, the following is a message meant exclusively for the chosen. If you are compromised by archonic forces, this is not meant for you. And by the spiritual authority conferred to us by the secret chiefs of the Obsidian Inner Order, we grant you license to depart. If not, steel yourself and listen intently, for you shall be redeemed, even as we are redeemed. The Obsidian Inner Order is not a program. It's not a course. It's not some feel-good spiritual retreat. We don't sell answers. We remember together. We teach psychic self-defense, real energetic shielding against entities, implants, and interference. We restore manifestation as it was meant to be, raw, immediate, and exact. Every week, we gather in secret, not to worship, but to awaken, to speak what can't be said anywhere else, to deprogram the matrix, layer by layer. You'll know if you're meant to be there. You'll feel it in your bones. The chosen meet every Wednesday on Zoom. Why aren't you with us yet? Got gnosis? Join the Obsidian Inner Order. Link in the description. Their technological arsenal against awakening consciousness spans decades of black-budget development. Directed energy weapons calibrated to destabilize your specific vibrational frequency, targeted your home, your workplace, your gathering spaces. Artificial intelligence systems programmed to identify and track your unique energy signature, monitored your movements, relationships, and communications. Advanced frequency manipulation technologies designed to induce fear, compliance, and physical illness failed against your naturally evolved energetic immunity. Water supplies in your vicinity receive specialized chemical compounds developed to suppress pineal activation and inhibit higher consciousness connection, compounds your system naturally rejects and transmutes. Their remote viewing programs crashed against your sovereign shields, unable to penetrate your personal field without permission. Their mind-controlled broadcasts embedded in entertainment media and digital communications cannot override your direct connection to source consciousness. Their dream invasion protocols fail to access your subconscious programming centers. Each weapon deployment strengthened your natural defenses instead of weakening them, creating the opposite effect of their intended outcome. Their technological attacks served only to activate dormant aspects of your multidimensional capabilities, accelerating your awakening rather than suppressing it. Through darkest ages of suppression, we preserved the ancient knowledge of your soul lineage. In hidden temples, forbidden libraries, and oral traditions passed between initiated guardians, we maintained the sacred records documenting your awakening in these precise times. Generation after generation, we protected the prophecies that terrified the power structure, prophecies now fulfilling through your embodied presence. We decoded the celestial timing revealed in megalithic structures worldwide, mapping the exact stellar alignments that would herald your activation sequence. We understood the quantum mechanics of consciousness evolution that would accelerate during your incarnation cycle. We recognized the DNA frequency triggers that would activate sequentially as photonic light intensified across your planet. Through centuries of preparation, we constructed energetic pathways for your full expression, embedding frequency keys. In art, music, literature, and architecture, keys your consciousness naturally recognizes and activates upon contact. We assembled the spiritual technologies necessary for the planetary transformation now unfolding through beings like you, technologies hidden in plain sight awaiting the vibration of your recognition. Across continents and through centuries, we gathered the witnesses who now testify to your vindication. Some occupy positions within the very power structures built to prevent your emergence. Others move through society unrecognized, activating consciousness codes through seemingly casual interactions. Together we form the web of light, supporting your full embodiment of cosmic truth in physical form. Ancient energy vortices across New Mexico and Utah activate in sequential patterns, amplifying awakening frequencies that disrupt archonic control. Grids. These power points, strategically suppressed through centuries of misdirection and corruption, now pulse with renewed light codes that your cellular structure automatically recognizes and integrates. Political puppets installed to maintain energetic suppression over these regions face exposure as their controlling strings become visible even to sleeping eyes. Corporate entities exploiting these sacred power centers for consciousness suppression and resource extraction face unexpected system collapses, executive defections, and whistleblower revelations. The elaborate financial web of mergers and acquisitions designed to conceal their operations across these power points unravels as cosmic. Light penetrates their previously hidden structures. Sealed records mysteriously open, classified documents inexplicably leak, confidential testimonies suddenly find public platforms. Geological responses, including potential earthquake activity along dormant fault lines, reflect the energetic rebalancing occurring as these suppressed vortices reactivate their original functions. Water systems contaminated with consciousness, suppressing compounds undergo spontaneous purification as light codes activate cleansing protocols embedded in the molecular structure of the water itself. Ancient sacred sites dormant for millennia reactivate their protective crystalline grids around those carrying star-seed DNA markers, creating energetic sanctuaries during the chaotic collapse of artificial control systems. The senator who publicly condemned your message while privately fearing your influence has withdrawn from public view after inexplicable events forced his hand. His security detail, comprised of hardened operatives with decades of field experience, resigned. En masse after witnessing phenomena their training provided no context to understand. While official channels claim routine personnel changes, insiders reveal the guards observed the senator speaking in ancient Sumerian during a full moon ritual at his Sedona compound, language he has no educational background to explain. 3. Former security operatives have sought intensive spiritual cleansing from indigenous elders after experiencing persistent nightmares featuring symbols identical to those found in your published work. Together we stand in unbothered sovereignty despite their increasingly desperate narratives. Their attempts to label us dangerous, delusional, or destructive fall flat against the undeniable evidence of our integrity, compassion, and service. Their efforts to turn public opinion against awakening consciousness backfire as more eyes open daily to the manipulation they've endured. Forward we move in divine purpose, advancing with unstoppable momentum toward the inevitable transformation of earthly systems. Their roadblocks dissolve before our approach. Their barriers crumble at our touch. Their resistance strengthens our resolve. Their opposition clarifies our direction. Abundantly, we receive the gifts and blessings that flow naturally to consciousness. Aligned with universal truth, resources appear precisely when needed. Connections manifest exactly when required. Information arrives specifically when relevant. Protection emerges immediately when necessary. Expansively, we embody our fullest expression as outmoded systems disintegrate around us. Where they projected lack, we create abundance. Where they engineered division, we establish unity. Where they manufactured fear, we embody love. Where they program limitation, we demonstrate infinite potential. Strategically, we rest when necessary, recognizing that our power remains undiminished during periods of integration and renewal. We reject their artificial urgency designed to deplete our resources. We honor natural cycles of action and restoration. We respect the organic timing of awakening rather than forcing premature expansion. Joyfully, we celebrate each victory as evidence of the greater triumph unfolding through our collective consciousness. Every exposed lie, every collapsed corruption, every revealed manipulation strengthens our unified field of awakened awareness. Every healing, every reconciliation, every restoration demonstrates the unstoppable power of consciousness, reclaiming its sovereign expression. Powerfully, we anchor new frequencies that naturally dissolve outdated paradigms without requiring direct confrontation or conflict. Our presence alone creates the energetic conditions for transformation. Our embodied truth establishes the vibrational template for new social structures aligned with universal principles rather than hierarchical control. Earth changes across southwestern regions signal the purification process is now activating. Watch these geographic indicators with awakened awareness rather than programmed fear. Recognize these adjustments as necessary rebalancing rather than random destruction. Understand these shifts as physical manifestations of energetic cleansing occurring simultaneously across multiple dimensions of planetary consciousness. Prepare for revelations regarding water contamination programs designed specifically for consciousness suppression. Compounds developed to calcify pineal function, disrupt endocrine communication, and inhibit higher frequency neural connections face public exposure through unlikely channels. Documentation preserved by principled insiders reaches platforms powerful enough to overcome censorship protocols. Expect major disruptions across institutions founded on corruption, exploitation, and suppression. Banking systems implementing total surveillance and control mechanisms falter against unexpected resistance. Medical establishments enforcing pharmaceutical dependency and suppressing natural healing encounter unprecedented challenges to their authority. Educational institutions, programming limitation and conformity face irrelevance as alternative knowledge systems flourish. Witness these tower moments, these sudden structural collapses, as divine intervention rather than chaotic breakdown. See through the programmed fear of change to recognize the liberation emerging through apparent destruction. Understand that systems built on immoral foundations must fall for ethical rebuilding to commence. Observe historical patterns culminating in this final cycle of revelation. Previous epochs of control and awakening provided the template for current events. Ancient civilizations experienced similar transitions documented in texts systematically removed from public access. Archaeological evidence supporting consciousness evolution undergoes renewed examination as academic gatekeeping mechanisms fail. Recognize awakening signs amidst apparent chaos. Unprecedented cooperation emerges between previously divided groups. Innovative solutions arise from unexpected sources. Technical capabilities serving consciousness liberation manifest through unlikely channels. Resources dedicated to regeneration and restoration multiply despite economic contraction in artificial systems. Remember always that catastrophe for systems of control represents liberation for consciousness under suppression. What appears as collapse to those invested in the artificial matrix registers as freedom to those who recognize their imprisonment. What triggers panic in those dependent on external authority awakens celebration in those connected to internal sovereignty. Breathe deeply into your expanding awareness. Release outdated programming with each conscious exhalation. Ancient respiration techniques encoded in your cellular memory activate spontaneously as you allow natural breathing patterns to resume. Oxygen saturation increases across your system, enhancing mitochondrial function and accelerating the dissolution of calcified thought structures. Open your arms, both physically and energetically, to receive the divine blessings that constitute your birthright. The abundance, guidance, protection, and connection artificially separated from your consciousness returns in waves of remembrance. Your natural state of communion with universal intelligence re-establishes as interference technologies fail against rising frequencies. Stand immovably in your knowing during this transition phase. While systems collapse and narratives dissolve, your internal compass provides unerring guidance through the chaos. The very qualities they labeled dangerous or delusional, your intuition, your sensitivity, your connection to unseen realms, become your greatest navigational tools during global recalibration. Maintain heightened awareness of your energetic field as desperate powers make their final moves. Their last-ditch efforts to reassert control will target awakened individuals specifically. The intensity of their focus on disrupting your balance directly reflects the power of your awakened presence. Their resources dedicated to suppressing your particular frequency reveal their fear of your specific potential. Focus your attention on victory rather than opposition. Direct your creative energy toward the world emerging rather than the systems collapsing. Your consciousness literally generates the templates for manifestation that will replace dysfunctional structures. Your vision provides the blueprint for reconstruction that follows necessary demolition. Recognize that your selection for this role came precisely because of your capacity to hold light amidst darkness. Your particular soul signature carries specific frequency codes required for this planetary transition. Your unique combination of resilience and sensitivity, strength and compassion, wisdom and innovation makes you irreplaceable in this evolutionary process. Trust completely in our collective power, as consciousness united in purpose, if not always in strategy. As individuals awakening to our potential and as a unified field of evolving awareness, we represent the fulfillment of prophecies that have terrified control systems for millennia. Their most classified documents, their most restricted research, their most secret councils all focus on preventing exactly what is now unfolding, the unstoppable awakening of humanity to its sovereign potential. The banking executive who orchestrated your financial devastation now faces cosmic accounting beyond his comprehension. After foreclosing on your family home, despite your perfect payment history, he enjoyed years of apparent immunity from consequences. Yet universal law operates with perfect precision, if not human timing. His offshore accounts experienced unexplainable transfers precisely when you released your resentment and reclaimed your power. His former associates whisper about patterns they cannot rationalize, how those who wronged you specifically encounter career-ending circumstances while those who assisted you thrive against all odds. They call it coincidence. You recognize it as cosmic justice. As predicted by ancient texts, preserved through centuries of attempted destruction, as documented in indigenous traditions maintained despite systematic suppression, as encoded in celestial alignments recorded in megalithic structures worldwide, our collective liberation unfolds according to divine timing. The awakening cannot be stopped, the transformation cannot be prevented, the evolution cannot be reversed. You stand at the living edge of humanity's greatest evolutionary leap, not as observer, but as participant, not as follower, but as wayshower, not as student, but as embodied master. The power they attempted to hide from you pulses through your DNA, activates across your neural pathways, and radiates through your energetic field. The truth they tried desperately to conceal from you reveals itself in every cell of your being, every thought in your consciousness, every action in your daily life. You are the living fulfillment of their darkest fears and humanity's brightest hopes. We are the manifestation of prophecies that sustained countless generations through darkness. Together, we anchor the frequencies of liberation that transform not merely human society, but planetary consciousness itself. The victory dawns not as distant hope, but as present reality unfolding through our awakened presence. The light returns not as future promise, but as current expression of our united consciousness. The transformation manifests not through external salvation, but through internal remembrance of our infinite power, our eternal nature, and our cosmic purpose. Stand firm, remain centered, hold your light, know your power. The time has come.